Welcome to the brand new show. Let's have a look at the Dialog Rugby League, a brand new season, of course. Four games in the wet and muddy conditions. First game, of course, in Valisara between Navy versus Havelcoks. And Havelcoks, it was like a very comfortable and convincing win for coach Sanat Mart. Is a young outfit after so many stars going for so many other clubs. But on the other hand, talking about Navy, it was not the performance. But first, we'll have the reaction of the coach Sanat Martis on what he had to say.
Hi Shabir, my match analysis is Havelcoks boys played up to my expectations, but Navy didn't play up to the expectations. But we as a team, I as a coach of Havelcoks, I need to develop everyone's standard and lift the games, the whole as a game stand, the whole game standard to meet CR and Kandy. And defense was little shaky. I need to develop that area. Thank you.
Absolutely. Havelocks did play up to expectation and Navy did not play up to expectation. But Coach Martis mentioned that they need to work on their defense. Perhaps they only, in fact, gave one goal, which means a penalty, but they didn't concede a single try. This might be handy for upcoming because they want to keep their defense strong, especially when they play against Kandy, CR&FC, CH&FC, as he mentioned. So, one of the key highlights of this game, if you go into the second half, look at Radisha Seneviratne's cheeky little trying to put this tackle through his feet like a football tackle. And as you can see in this video, it's a very good inside pass by Sandesh Jawar. The Lasinishan controlling it body weight and great movement, almost 6 to 7 meters. And then if you can see again in this replay, look at Radisha Seneviratne. His lucky escape. If the referee sees that, if that was effective, then perhaps he could have gone for a yellow card, and then also sighting officer might be involving him because Radisha Seneviratne, he didn't want any yellow cards because often he plays in that flank position or number 8 position. We have seen plenty of yellow cards in the last couple of seasons, so that is one of the points for Navy Sports Club playing with their new captain Rishi Dharmapal. And very convincing in terms of Havelcoks attack, the combination. Let's have a look at this. Imanka Aryapala, since he switched on to Havelcoks from Army, he had an impactful debut, but this time it was a sensational try, beating 3 Navy defenders, taking the advantage of the weather as well. And but what I like the fact is between those 10 and 12 channel, Sandesh Jayawickrama and Randy Silva, these two youngsters, if they gel together, if they can play handy, perhaps they could be the next Tuskers 10 and 12 because Randy Silva, he can snipe through. He has the pace, he has almost all the skills because we have seen that he playing in the number 10 shirt and number 15 shirt for the Green Machine Isipatana College during his school colors. The next game between CH&FC versus Army, this is a helter-skelter. What a game. It's a great performance in the first half by Army. They dominated position, they dominated everything in terms of points as well. 8 points in the half time and going back to the second half, narrow escape for CH&FC. They did really well, but first let's have the word what Coach Viper had to say at the end of the game.
Yeah, season opener is a toughie for all the teams, and there's no difference for our match. And for both teams, it was a very tough condition in lightning and raining and muddy field. But both teams gave 100%, and I'm happy about the comeback in the second half. But we may do differently if we come across the same situation at the last minute. We should have gone for a scrum or line out and mold it and kept the pressure near the goal line. Instead, our decision makers took a decision to go for the 3 points, and we missed the penalty. So it's all in the game. Next time we rectify and come back strong.
That's absolutely right. This is that moment you get sometimes your decision right in your way, sometimes you don't, sometimes you would. But it's great to have the score was tight. This is that incident. Samuel Malwanta, the reliable kicker, just missing. It was tough condition, obviously we understand, and because of the weather and because of the ground condition. But now perhaps CH would be thought or thinking that they should have gone to the touch or they should have opted a scrum, but it's too late. But for Army, it was blessings in disguise because they were so good. At least they can get these 3 points and be comfortable with the new coach Radhika Hettiarajee, former Sri Lankan star. We all know that. And also Henry Tredden's doing quite well in that forwards combination. When we talk about forwards combination, now look at this for instance. Now look at this tight head prop, a number 8 converted into a prop, and look at that mobility from this guy. Absolutely brilliant. Ranjan Jayaratne, who used to be a number 8 and he was converted into a prop, and that really causing some problems because on the opposite side we know the tight 5 all Sri Lankan representative, even Sudarshan Muduthatri in the flank position, also Rajapaksa, the skipper in the number 8, and also Chatru Dilshan, who used to play the under 20 representing Isipatna. So but it was experience versus inexperience, but this Army team really caused some problem in that game. The next game during the weekend on Saturday, CR versus Police at Longdon Place. Again, the rainy, soggy, wet outfield conditions. Police really gave them a hard time. But first, before going into the game details, let's have a look at what the coach Dushant Liuke had to say.
It was a very tough game for us with hard conditions to play, and I believe that Police SC is a good side and their foreigner brings a lot into the game. I'm happy to come away with the win, but we have a lot of areas to improve on, and hopefully we can do that in the coming weeks.
So absolutely yes, the foreigner gave a huge impact for CR&FC. Talking about that, coach said they have to improve. It's not a satisfactory game for them. We all know that looking at the scoreboard. They are a much better team, but it's still early days to judge any team because it's still the first round. Also the weather condition is not really appealing for a game of rugby. However, at the end of almost in the first quarter, Police are leading 3 points nil, but here you can see a player down, a Police player down, but so many numbers into the right in that far corner along with the ruck. So it's a clear mismatch in terms of numbers. So what they should have done is a better communication. Perhaps no one was thinking about the player who's down because CR&FC attacking in the red zone. Now if you have a look at this, as you can see, there's no communication, and that's almost could have been a carded yellow, but player landed safely. And here Chanaka Chandimal, without being selfish, understanding 3-on-1 situation, just draw and pass, and Janit Dilshan in fact said thank you very much. We usually see Chanaka Chandimal when he sees those spaces, he tried to dart through by himself, but this time a much better teamwork. He understand the moment, he was aware of the scoreboard, so which was a brilliant work by the experienced fly half. And talking about young combination, we also spoke about Sandesh Jayavikrama and Randy Silva, but this combination, Gamru Chetia and Janit Dilshan, they played the junior national team together and they have played against during their school team. But look at this awareness and understanding. It was on the 70th minute. And look at this reading by Janit Dilshan. If you get a penalty, don't wait till the opposition gets set. Take the quick tap and then one step and give it to the speeds Gamru Chetia all the way, almost 65 meters perhaps, with this curve inside under the post, and that's a sensational work. And as a result, actually that is the winning try, which was quite sensational for CR&FC. Well, the final game in Nittavela was again defending champions playing, scored 3 tries in the first half, 19 points to 3, and in the second half just 1 try and conceded 1 try, 26 points away. That's how it ended. But we ask actually coach Fazil Marja for his views.
Average game yesterday against the Air Force, muddy wet condition. We need to work on few things, and there are a lot of positive things, so we're gonna take forward from here, and we have to improve 10% every week if we're gonna win this league.
Yeah, that's right. He believes that it is just an average game and he wants to improve week in, week out 10 to 20%. So maybe that's right. That's how they want to go for that 6th straight victory or defend the title crown. But look at this set piece move. We saw that Lavanga Pera scoring a stunner, but this try is a set piece try just in the first half. Look how it worked. Look how the left winger joined this attacking line. That was Kavindu Pereira. Just one quick draw and pass, simple stuff. Tilna Vijay Singh not becoming selfish on that occasion, and Dilesh Kadange scoring that try. It was a sensational piece of teamwork. This is what a teamwork means, because you see that Chandimal didn't be selfish, and here Vijay Singh, he could have gone by himself, but no, he wanted to leave from where he started, and that is perhaps could be my try of the week. So there's so many actions, but we didn't really witness much of action-packed weekend due to the weather, of course. So stay tuned, we'll bring you more updates in the week 2 of Dialog Rugby League, and I'm Sagar Kadir signing off.